So I watched Sonic Prime Season 3, and to be honest, I enjoyed it, like, a lot. I don't know if I'd say Prime Season 3 is my favorite, but I did enjoy it. To me, it feels like there was actually somewhat payoff to get up to this point. Like, I feel like there's somewhat an actual structure going on here with Season 3. Not saying the other seasons are messy, but I can sorta get what's going on. The whole structure of Season 3 is that Nines is trying to make his perfect utopia and he needs Sonic's power. And that's basically as far as I'm gonna get to explaining all of this. There are a few positives and I guess some negatives I can give to Season 3. I feel like character-wise, I think Sonic's probably the most, tolerable in this season, at his best I'd even say. Maybe I'm just too positive or something, but I've never found this character annoying. Just maybe I should get more negative or something, but I just never really found this character annoying in Prime. There are a lot of other positives I can give, I like that all the other characters are actually doing something. It's I don't know, I feel like they're doing a lot more in Season 3. They're not super deep characters, but I don't really think they need to be. They work fine enough as is. I wasn't expecting to see the Chaos Council work with the heroes, but I think that's actually cool. There's some nice moments in there where they get to talk to the other characters. There's especially a scene I like where they explain how they improve upon themselves. I like that. There's not much else I can give positive-wise. I liked this scene where Sonic and Shadow were trying to escape Ghost Hill. Really nice scene. Rusty and Dread somewhat get character development, which is actually nice. The fight scenes are pretty entertaining and the animation still looks good. And I can't forget about Nines. He is probably one of my favorite Sonic villains. Not joking. I can sorta get behind his motive as a character. He just wants to make his perfect world, and that's it. And that's all my positives. Now getting into the negatives that aren't really negatives. A lot of the final episodes are spent in the Grim, which is fine, but it kinda feels by episode 6, the robot fighting just kinda starts to drag on a bit. A part of me was wondering if it would ever come to an end, and it did. And it just, by the end, just kind of drags on a bit, but it's not entirely too much of a problem, I guess. They probably could have utilized the other worlds a bit more. Well, one of them. So, in 2 episodes, Sonic goes back to, New York in, the pirate world. But for some reason, he never goes back to the jungle one. They just kind of forget about that world. The finale is just kind of slow. It's not a bad finale, but it just kind of ends on a sort of slow note. The characters just kind of stand around in a room for a bit, and then it just eventually just comes to an end. It's not bad, but they definitely could have done a bit more. They could have had Sonic and Shadow maybe go through all the worlds one last time, but they don't do that. Instead, it's just go through space, or whatever it's called. So that is basically it. I'm not gonna lie, I had fun watching Sonic Prime, and I think it's kinda sad to see it come to an end, but all things have to come to an end eventually, so if I was to rate Sonic Prime Season 3, I'd give it a 7 out of 10. If I was to rate the entirety of the show, I'd give it an 8 out of 10. Maybe I'm just too positive or something, maybe I need to be more negative, but hey, I'm gonna be honest. I enjoyed this show. So that is basically it, that's all I had to say, and yeah, bye.